Hey everyone, I hope you're all doing well today and welcome back to the channel. Today is a bit of an update and a news and announcement video, and it's good news all around. So first of all, I want to talk about War Thunder. A while ago I made a post essentially saying that I was stepping back from making content with the game and moving on to other stuff. At the time, my reasons for this was that I thought I was getting burned out and frustrated with the game, and I felt I was getting no enjoyment out of it anymore. In fact, I'd been feeling that for some time. Now, after spending some time away from War Thunder, doing other things in life and trying other games, I actually came to realise something. I wasn't getting burned out by War Thunder, I was getting burned out by other things going on in my life, which then left me with no mental energy left to enjoy my favourite games. So I've made some changes, positive changes, in my life, and some other stuff has come along at a good time, and everything has sort of lined up rather smoothly for what I hope to now be a very, very productive year. In a nutshell, I'm not leaving War Thunder, quite the contrary. In the near future there will be an increase in content quality and quantity, but I'll go into that a bit more later on in this video. For now I want to quickly talk about some of the recent changes we have found in the game, mostly concerning the sim side of things. So Enduring Confrontation 7 is here, finally. Now, for those of you who are new to Sim and are wondering what the hell Enduring Confrontation is, it's basically the main game mode for Air Sim in War Thunder. The game is split into tiers, of which there are now 7 as of the other day. Now, EC7 is very important because previously the 6th tier, EC6, was incredibly compressed in terms of what aircraft were available in it. So before this latest update, you had a battle rating spread of 8.0 to 10.7 in EC6. That meant you had things like Me-163 Comets fighting Mark II capable aircraft like the F-4 Phantom or the MiG-21. It was not particularly fun for those pilots who were still trying to unlock their supersonic aircraft, let alone grind out their missiles. Now, EC6 now, after the new update, has a battle rating spread of 8.0 to 9.3, and the new EC7 runs from 9.7 to 10.7. This is a dramatic improvement for the state of top tier sim. It's not perfect by any means, but it's definitely a huge step in the right direction. I think over the coming weeks and months there will need to be some tweaks and changes made to the battle ratings of some aircraft to make it even better. Right now there are a few issues with EC6 still. Notably the fact that America is ludicrously overpowered compared to other nations with the new changes. I'll explain this. So, right now America is the only nation with a supersonic aircraft in EC6, which is the F-11, and they also have the Harrier AV-8A. Now both of these have battle ratings of 9.3, but they should definitely go up to 9.7. Having Harriers and F-11s in EC6 is insane, especially with the AV-8A's performance. The whole point of introducing EC7 was to avoid games where you had slower, older subsonic jets facing more advanced foes, so this needs to be changed ASAP. I'm also on the fence as to whether the premium Yak 38 should stay at 9.3 or not. I don't own it yet, and I've only ever had a 7-day test drive for it, so I can't comment on its performance with enough credit to weigh in on this argument. So if any of you guys out there have got the premium Russian Yak 38, leave a comment below and let me know if you think it's fine being the top daddy in EC6 or whether it needs to get moved into EC7, because really I haven't played it enough to weigh in on that yet. The other thing that still needs to be addressed in higher tier sim is map balance. Now, I'm talking about this from both a size and a layout perspective. So right now the maps are too small and the airfields are too close together, which is allowing for some truly atrocious airfield strafing to occur. The airfields themselves also don't have adequate anti-air defences. Now, hopefully with EC7 we might see the introduction of bigger maps later on this year. I know this has been quite a hot topic on the forums in the past year, and hopefully Gaijin have been listening to us. The current maps implemented in the game can actually be expanded to much larger sizes. It's already in the game files, so hopefully it shouldn't be too difficult to implement. I'm also hoping at one point that the airfields get a huge revamp, because we still have very outdated airfield models for Sim, which is okay for like the lower tiers, like tiers 1 through to maybe tier 4, but when you get into the jets, tier 5 onwards, you really want to have longer and sturdier runways, and also the airfields themselves, from an immersion standpoint, don't really blend, because you've got, you know, Cold War era jets landing in what look like airfields from 1940. It's not very accurate. But those little complaints aside, I am really happy with the introduction of EC7 to Sim, and it should make a lot of the mid-tier jets far more enjoyable to play again. So definitely expect to see some content for that in the future. Now, speaking of content, I mentioned earlier that there will be an increase in content moving forward. So basically, as of the 8th of February, I will have a lot more time on my hands to focus on content creation. I won't go into specific details about why this is the case, but basically I've got a 6 to 12 month window where I have now got a decent amount of time on my hands, and I plan to make the most of it. So moving forward, as of mid-February, there will be an increase in YouTube content, and I'm also going to be doing streaming over on Twitch. The content will still mostly focus on Sim gameplay, however I do plan to do stuff for tanks and naval gameplay in War Thunder as well. I also plan to create content for IL-2 Great Battles and DCS, which I'm really excited about too. I'm not going to start doing that until I've settled into the routine a bit, as both of those require significant time investment in on their own, but definitely expect to see some content for that as we move into the middle of the year. I'm also upgrading my hardware as well, so I've got a green screen on order for streaming, and I have finally ordered a HOTAS, so I got the Thrustmaster T16000 to replace my aging Logitech flight stick. On top of that, I'm also upgrading my computer desk to a much larger one, which will allow me to better set up my equipment, as right now my setup is very, very cramped. Now, I did have the option of buying a slightly flashier and more expensive HOTAS. I was very tempted to get the X56 or the Warthog, but I decided to go for the less expensive T16000 because the money that I saved from not buying the expensive stuff has been able to go towards the green screen and also me getting a bigger desk. So I consider that, you know, a better use of my money all over. Now, all of this hardware should be good to go before the end of February, and I'm hoping it will improve the quality of my content. Until then, I shall create content when I can, but there won't be a massive increase until the new setup is ready and in place and I'm happy with it. Now, for War Thunder, I have several new tutorials planned, and I plan to do many more aircraft reviews as well. I'll also be uploading more highlight videos, probably at the end of each month, which will feature Twitch highlights and funny moments and all that jazz. You guys seem to really like the VR highlight videos that I've been doing, so they will definitely be making a return and continuing. But yeah, that's essentially what's been going on. We've got a new tier for War Thunder Sim, and I am busy upgrading my gear so that you all have many more War Thunder videos and streams to enjoy in the future. Outside of that, life has been pretty damn good overall. I'm excited to start university in March, and I've recently built some new enclosures for my tarantulas and my spiders, which you'll probably be able to see on the screen here. I apologise if you're arachnophobic. It's bloody hot here in Australia right now, so I've had to monitor the temperature of their enclosures quite closely, as overheating can be a problem for them. I'm definitely looking forward to winter so we can use the log fire again here, and using a VR headset in the middle of summer is essentially impossible unless I have the air conditioning on, as the lenses fog up. So yeah, roll on winter and less electricity bills. But anyway, that essentially wraps up this little update video. I hope you're all doing well out there, and I just want to take a moment to thank you all for your continued support. It's been great checking in and reading all the comments, and I'm really happy to see that my tutorials are still helping new players to the game. With minimal free time for content, I have still been able to watch and see this channel grow, so I am really excited to see what will happen in the future now that I find myself with a lot more time to work with. But until then, I just wanted to thank you all very, very much for watching, and I will catch you all next time. See ya.